When children enroll in the District of Columbia Public Schools, they begin a journey that will set them towards success in college, career, and life. The funding for her education and the required staff and teachers at her school is determined by a multi-step process that includes input from many voices and members of the DCPS community and seeks to achieve great outcomes for all DCPS children. Let's explore the items that make up DCPS school budgets, when decisions are made, and how they're made. Shaping our budget begins with DCPS determining expected enrollment for each grade at every school, as well as enrollment for English language learners, students with special needs, and students considered at risk for academic failure. The primary factor shaping a school's budget is the expected enrollment. Is the school growing or shrinking? Is enrollment for particular programs or services, like English language learners, growing or shrinking at that school? This helps determine the amount of funding a school receives from local tax dollars and federal grants, including Title I dollars. Factors used to calculate enrollment include the number of students who move up from one grade to the next within a school, as well as the number of students who we think will enter that school the following year from other DC schools. Each year, DCPS receives a specific dollar amount for the number of students we expect to enroll. This per-student-based dollar amount is determined by the Office of the State Superintendent of Education. This can change from year to year. DCPS receives additional funds for students in specific programs, including students receiving specialized instruction or services like English language learners, students with special needs, and at-risk students. Funding given to each school supports the instructional and administrative staff needed to run the school. It also supports the purchase of supplies and technology. DCPS funds a wide range of programs at the school level, including sports, arts and social clubs, and languages, to name just a few. School principals work with various budget stakeholders, including parents and administrators, to determine which programs are best for supporting students' interests and passions. Budgeting for the next school year starts in the fall of the current school year. First, we connect. DCPS central staff and school-level administrators plan for the coming school year and begin to engage and educate the public. This includes connecting with local school advisory teams, which are groups of parents, teachers, other school-based staff, and sometimes community members who understand their school's individual needs, conducting public budget hearings with community stakeholders, and hearing directly from students. We also count. At the beginning of October, all DCPS students are counted to determine our official enrollment. This count is part of what DCPS uses to create projections that are given to the Office of the State Superintendent of Education. DCPS then shares its initial expected enrollment with each school's principal. DCPS central office staff and the principals work together on final projection numbers for each school. DCPS reviews how much it expects to receive and spend during the next school year and calculates how those funds will be allocated to each school. This calculation includes number of classrooms needed based on average classroom size cap, high school class scheduling, number of students who will be enrolled, number of special education students expected, number of at-risk students, number of English language learners, any after-school and evening credits offered at the school, and other factors. Lastly, we ensure there's a minimum amount of funding for each student and that no budget drops by more than 5%. Near the end of winter, DCPS releases each school's initial budget, which proposes how much money schools will get and how many staff they will need during the next school year. School leaders review their school's budget and work to ensure they have the appropriate staff, services, and programs to meet their school's needs, allowing them to staff their school in ways that support their unique goals. After thoughtful collaboration with instructional superintendents, program offices, teachers, and parents, principals submit their budgets to the DCPS Central Office School Funding Team for review. DCPS begins its final approval process to make sure that every child is counted and all necessary services and supports are included in the budget. The final budget for all DCPS is then submitted to the mayor and the city council for approval. The school budget process begins again the following fall. This is a complicated process, and input from community members and stakeholders like you is critical. DCPS is committed to getting school funding right, and providing all of our city's children with a high-quality education. To learn more about each school's allocation in past years and to contact the DCPS School Funding Team, please visit www.dcpsdatacenter.com.